Next speaker, please, Mr. Clerk.
Our next speaker is Claudia Marchin.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Claudia Marchan. I'm the Executive Director of Northern Illinois Justice for Our Neighbors, an immigrant justice organization that provides free immigration legal services to all immigrants who need them throughout Chicago and Northern Illinois. I'm also here with ICER. We also fought really hard with our leaders and our volunteers to make Chicago a sanctuary city and Illinois a welcoming state. I am an immigrant myself. I came to the United States at the age of 4, was undocumented for 26 years, and documented for 9 years, total of 35 years. As you can imagine, 35 years is a long time to live in the shadows. This is why sanctuary city status is so important to my family, as it kept us together for an uncertain 35 years. Sanctuary city status provides protections for our current clients at Justice for Our Neighbors. It protects them from racial profiling, from being surveilled and tracked due to their immigration status. Sanctuary status has meant that our clients do not have to be afraid of reporting crime to the police because of their immigration status. Sanctuary city status has meant that undocumented individuals, documented individuals, all immigrants and BIPOC communities are able to walk around our city feeling safe and protected. I urge the alders representing their communities here today to be honest about what being a sanctuary city really means for Chicago. It means that we do not and will not accept for BIPOC communities and immigrant communities to be mistreated because of our skin color. I urge alders once again to do the right thing today and protect the communities that they represent, because challenging the ordinance will affect all communities and make Illinois unsafe for all.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is George Blakemore.
I am anti-immigrant, illegal, call ICE, send them all back, waiting across the Rio Grande and don't obey our immigration and naturalization laws. And watch my minutes, because you should have it up here and over here, because they steal my minutes. We are the only people in America that was enslaved in America. We are not immigrants. We're not migrants. We belong. Listen. We are the only people enslaved in America. We didn't come over waiting and looking for something. And when we came over, we did work. But it was free labor that built this country. Black labor that build this country, white power. And to see another group come over here, it's disgraceful. It is un-American. And these rules that you have, the rule, who made these rules? When did our ultimate vote for these rules? When did the people have time to participate in making these rules? And one of you all came over to me, Mr. Blakemore, we got little children. What about the black children in the ghetto? We got to make a future for them. These others will move them out. Move us out, and they come in to compete with jobs, goods, and contracted service. A historian Carl Addison said that they have a negative effect on the black community. Reading is fundamental. I don't have to love nobody but me. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. And these black ultimates, I urge you to vote no. Because aren't you black? Aren't you black? Don't you live black? Have you experienced the suffering that our people have gone through and still going through it? Having another group to come up in line and get in front of us. You got the right one on this mic. You got the right one. Mr. Blakemore, we got children here. Now you be respectful. I am respectful, and I'm advocating for the black children, because you all trying to gentrify us out and you in for jobs, goods, contracts and services. Who do you think I am, or who are you? Who, if they clap, I can say boo. If they clap again, I can say boo. I'm strictly advocating for black people and call ICE on them. Trump, come in here. Clean this mess up. The most corrupt city in the United States is the city of Chicago. And that's not my...
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore, for your comments. Our next speaker is Fasika Alem.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Loran Lawrence, so that all of you all know that I am representing multiple communities. Let's start with Brighton Park. Let's start with Alston, and let's also go with East Morgan Park. All of these communities that I have been out there with them protesting for these unsanctioned rights that has been going on here is just crazy. I'm going to get started with a few things since I got 3 minutes. Number one, I'm a native to Chicago. I was born and raised here. I've seen the changes. Don't let the age fool you for how I look, because I've been here a long time. I have seen things just transition as if a lot of people are not important here. I'm not for the sanctuary city. And the reason why I'm not for the sanctuary city is because people have waited years to come in here legally, not just transported on these buses, dropped off in our neighborhoods, raise of crime, almost got hit several times just making it down here today. And this is ludicrous. There should not be two sets of laws. Also, the West Side and the South Side black communities have been earmarked for having funds. Never seen it. We're still waiting on those funds to come into those communities. Brandon Johnson, many people stood behind you. They feel let down because the day you came into office, which I believe was May 15th, you already had signed an executive order. Now, whether it came from Governor Pritzker or whomever that directed you on this, is it fair to these communities that have been waiting for years? You said you're on the West Side, but you should know what's going on over there as well. Let's also talk about the things that I witnessed about crimes that are going on. Also, just watching my neighbor hook up electric, okay? Reroute the gas. Burning grass on the lawn. When are you going to have our neighborhoods cleaned up? And when are we going to get the rights that we deserve? I'm not against anyone coming in here legally. I want to say that clearly. But for those who have not, they don't top us. They don't go before us. We're not last in line. $9,000 going to illegals, but those who live here have not gotten funding yet. Many people homeless. My husband is a veteran. Now, you know I got a heart for that. But we got a lot of these on the street. And I also have been one that worked in food pantries, also helping people who are on the streets. They need to be taken care of. They need to stop being neglected, because if we don't have a voice here, we will have a voice out there.
Well, this concludes our public comment period as set forth for the special meeting agenda. In the letter calling for the special meeting, the only item up today is for consideration is a resolution authorizing a referendum question regarding whether the city of Chicago should continue to keep its designation as a sanctuary city. The City Council is not currently considering a report from the Rules Committee on this item, so we therefore need to suspend the rules in order to consider it. Can I get a motion to suspend the rules? Chair recognizes Alder Fuentes. Madam Clerk, or Mr. Clerk, this requires a roll call. Please call the roll.
The motion to suspend the rules vote was now open.
Yes.
Alderperson Curtis votes yea. Alderperson Taylor.
No.
Alderperson Taylor votes nay. Those vote.
There are 16 yeas, 31 nays. This motion fails. Alderman Harris on the motion to reconsider.
Move to reconsider the vote.
On the motion to reconsider, all those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. This motion fails. The motion to suspend the rules fails. This item cannot be heard until it leaves committee. There is no other further business to be heard today. Alderman Harris on the motion to adjourn.
Alderman Harris moves that we adjourn.